Afternoon, Year 11. Welcome to the latest extract of my YouTube channel. I haven't updated anything for about 2 years, and I'm just responding to feedback but trying to sound and look more positive. The sound, I'm hopeful, will work. The look, I don't think is much going to be more positive the older I get. There's more lines, there's more wrinkles, etc, etc. So I suppose I could have Botox, but there's not really an awful lot that I can do with that. So we'll have to roll with it. Right, so popular entertainment's not come up on the exam before, but I just thought I'd give you a quick whistle stop tour through this. Well, it did come up actually last year as part of the significance question, but the stuff to do with the theatre, which is like about 20 pages in textbooks, never come up before. So obviously we've got bull and bear baiting, cruel sports, enjoyed by all classes. The Queen liked them. You go to see them on a Sunday, or you would see them on a bank holiday. You've also got cockfighting. Those are the main forms of cruel sports enjoyed in Elizabethan England. You've also got various other different activities like archery, football, tennis, that are enjoyed by different social groups and classes. So things like archery enjoyed by everyone, usually on a Sunday after church, but things like tennis enjoyed by the upper class, and bowls by the upper class. But then you've got things like football that were enjoyed by the working class. Onto the theatre. So we've got, initially we had bands of strolling players that used to go around the area putting on plays like Robin Hood. Because of the authorities' response to disease and public health issues, they try to prevent bands of strolling players from moving around the area. So we end up with theatre companies, and we end up with theatres, which is what these two images are relating to here. So first theatre companies were things like Lord Chamberlain's Men, the Queen's Men, Lord Strange's Men, just to name a few. And they set up the first theatres. Easy to remember because first theatre was called the Theatre. And obviously the Globe, Shakespeare's theatre as well. Features of the theatre, octagonal or O-shaped, so everybody could see what was going on the stage. Only men acted. A flag was usually raised on the roof to tell you it was on. Again, the authorities weren't particularly keen on them. We'll talk about that in another couple of seconds. Groundlings, obviously, on the stage, or by the stage, stood up, and the stalls were used for everybody else who had a bit more money to buy a ticket. Tickets were bought at the box office as you went in. That's where the phrase box office comes from. And that's just a quick whistle-stop tour of everything to do with theatre. Obviously, then we've got actors and playwrights. Now, the same people who own the theatres and theatre companies usually acted in and wrote plays, such as, if anybody doesn't know his name, by the age of about 8, there was an issue, Shakespeare. Shakespeare obviously wrote plays like Macbeth, tragedies, comedies, all sorts of different genres which would have interested and attracted people at the time. We've also got other playwrights like Burbage, actors like Will Kemp, and they all starred in and were in their own plays and their own theatre companies in their own theatres. Basically, they were shareholders. It doesn't look too different in terms of structure and organisation to what was set up in America in the 1920s. Now, you may get a question on opposition to the theatre. Opposition came in two forms. The authorities who were unhappy with it as a public health issue, because obviously people were wandering around spreading plague, pickpockets, robbery, theft, etc., vagabonds, or vagabond activity. And obviously the other angle is religion. Puritans were unhappy because the themes of the plays were inappropriate, to do with like suicide, affairs, adultery, etc, etc. So that is in a nutshell what you probably minimum you need to know for the popular entertainment and entertainment in general. Thank you for watching.